On the Glen Rose Sports Network, this is Massey's Bar BQ, Coffee with Coach. Massey's Bar BQ, Coffee with Coach, is brought to you in part by Glen Rose Coffee Company, Flint Canyon Meat Processing, Glen Rose Family Chiropractic, Taco Tay, and Glen Rose Cleaning.
Mills will take it, hand it to Gronweg. Right side across 35, now down the right side, needs a foot race. 40, 30, down to the 25-20. Josiah Gronweg's going to take it to the house.
Now, here's your host, Rob Matthews.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Massey's Barbecue Coffee with Coach Rob Matthews alongside Coach Cliff Watkins on a football Thursday morning. Not the typical Friday morning show, but a Thursday morning because it is game day, and we've got the Dunbar Wildcats on the road tonight to finish out the regular season. But first, let's talk about last week's game against the Benbrook Bobcats, which ended up being the district championship game. Congratulations to you and the Tigers on securing your 10th straight district championship. A wild game. You were up 40-0 at halftime. Just walk us through how the game went and your thoughts on it.
Yeah, again, we got off to a good start. We got the ball, and they would go down and score pretty quickly, and then get stopped and score again. Kind of just got away from them early. Had a lot of guys that continue to step up and make plays on both sides of the ball, and anytime the last few games we've been able to start fast, and it's been done by halftime, and so just proud of the way our guys have started lately.
One little spot, I went back and watched the game. One thing that I thought was funny, they tried a little flea flicker trick play maybe. Mm-hmm. Shannon intercepted it.
Yep.
The very next play, you came out and ran a play we hadn't seen before for a touchdown, but it got called back.
The next play? Yes. Maybe Matt got called back. It was the right call. But we weren't lined up. Once we shifted, the guys on the right side, just different situation for him. He told him with his hand he was on the line, but he didn't check with him. And I was mad at the official. And you go back and watch film, and he's a yard and a half, 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It was the right call. They executed it really well.
Yeah, they did.
It looked good, but just hate to run a play like that and then it gets called back because you're offsides. But
is that the play you were going to run, or was it their flea flicker that said, "Oh, you want to see a trick play? We'll show you this one"?
Well, actually, I told our offensive staff before the game, I say, if we're up anywhere from 21 to 28 to nothing, and we get a turnover, we're running this play. Mm-hmm. And it happened, and they reminded me, "Coach, here it is." And I was like, okay, let's do it. And we ended up scoring on that drive.
Sure.
But
yeah.
It'd have been a lot better if that play would have counted.
Yeah, we were talking about kind of trick play versus trick play.
Yeah.
And anyway, I hate that it got called back. In the second half, Benbrook came out and moved the ball all the way down the field, took half the quarter away, but it was already 40-0 by that point.
Yeah.
A little too slow.
Your
thoughts on that drive?
I would have liked to get a stop to start the half. We always talk about, the phases of the game. There's big momentum, and one of them is the first drive of the second half. And, again, the game was put away, but still. Benbrook, they were a lot more patient in that drive than they had been. They've been forcing a lot of stuff down the field, and our guys done a good job of getting sacks and creating turnovers. And they dinked and dunked us a little bit and got the ball down the field and put a good drive together. So would have liked to got a stop there, but then we were able to go score and get the momentum back.
Well, I can't talk about last week's game without asking you about all the penalty flags that were thrown, most of them against Benbrook.
Yeah.
At the 15-yard variety at that.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot, and you hate to see that. Hate to be a part of a game like that, But I told our guys after the game and Monday morning, I was really proud of the way they held their composures and dealt with everything, because we didn't get those penalties, and I thought our guys did a really good job of not retaliating, because that's what you see a lot. Somebody else will start something, then you retaliate, and you always get the penalty. And so, really, really proud of the way our guys just handled themselves throughout that game.
Yeah. I know you probably have some you had 177 yards passing, 271 on the ground for a 448 total. Is that something you're happy about?
Yeah, we had I think we only ran like 57 total plays offensively, and so of that, most of that's the first half yardage, because we lot more conservative in the second half, just trying to get the game over with. Judd ended up with 177 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. He rushed for 92 yards and 2 touchdowns and had a 2-point conversion. So if he can average 3 to 350 yards total offense and 4 to 5 touchdowns, he's been productive. O-line did a great job again protecting and creating holes in the run game. Judd rushed for 92. Tyson on just 12 carries had 116 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also had a 2-point conversion. He caught 5 passes for 88 yards and 2 touchdowns. So Tyson did a lot on the ground and receiving the ball. Cross Littlejohn came in. God, Cross runs so hard. And, did a really good job closing out the game for us. He rushed for 64 yards and a touchdown. And then we had guys making big plays on defense. Gage Douglas led our team in tackles again. He had 11 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, a caused fumble to fumble recovery. Great night for Gage. Ryder Rubitsky had 8 tackles, a sack. He had a special teams touchdown.
Yep.
We blocked a punt, and he recovered in the end zone. Luke Mills and Caden Shannon both had interceptions. So a lot of guys on both sides of the ball stepping up and making plays.
When you're at film on Saturday morning with your team and there's 2 knuckleheads in the back talking while you're trying to talk, what do you tell those guys?
I just take them outside.
Like those guys back there.
We'll just take them outside and deal with that.
Let's see. All right, I guess that's – the block punt, that's what I was going to ask you about. Did he block it and recover it? Was it kicked into his belly or what?
I think it hit the back of one of their kids the more I watched it. It was – and which was surprising. It was a very low trajectory kick because that kid could punt.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the most impressive things I saw from them that night. I mean, that kid, he had a leg on him and could punt, and that one just – I don't know if it was the pressure or a bad snap. I don't remember the start of the play, but it was just a bad kick that was low trajectory that went right into either our stomachs or their backs, and then we were able to recover in the end zone.
So he's got offensive, defensive, and special teams touchdowns on the year, Ryder Rubitsky. Right. Okay, we're going to take our first break. Thanks to our co-sponsors, Glen Rose Coffee Company, Tacote, Glen Rose Cleaning Services, Flint Canyon Wild Game Processing, and Glen Rose Family Chiropractic. Also, special thanks to Todd Massey with Massey's Barbecue having us out here all season long for Coffee with Coach. When we come back, we'll talk about the Dunbar Wildcats tonight at Hanley Field. This is Coffee with Coach on the Glen Rose Sports Network.
Massey's Barbecue welcomes you to come try their expanded menu 7 days a week at their brand new Glen Rose location, 1 mile from town on North Highway 144. At Massey's Barbecue, every bite is a taste of family tradition and love. From tender smoked ribs to savory pulled pork, our passion for grilling runs deep. Enjoy live music on weekends or let Massey's cater your next gathering. Come hungry, leave happy, because at Massey's, it's not just a meal, it's a celebration of flavor and family.
Friday night lights are calling Glen Rose, but first, fuel up at the Glen Rose Coffee Company.
Swing by before the big game for an iced turtle dove, game day frappuccino, or a Red Bull infusion.
Whether you're a student, a parent, or a Tigers fan, we've got you covered.
Download our app today and we'll have your drinks ready faster than a Tigers tackle.
Don't show up to the game empty-handed. We're right across the street from the high school.
Your first pit stop before kickoff.
At the Glen Rose Coffee Company.
Looking for a cleaner, fresher home? Call Glen Rose Cleaning Services. We specialize in carpet, rug, tile, and upholstery cleaning, plus air duct cleaning to keep your air fresh and your family healthy. From stained sofas to musty carpets, we make it like new again. Call us or text today at 254-396-9083 for a free estimate. Glen Rose Cleaning Services. Your dirt is our business. And as always, go Tigers!
Hello, Tiger fans. I'm Cliff Watkins, head football coach of your Glen Rose Tigers. Join us every game day morning at 9:30 a.m. for Coffee with Coach, hosted at Massey's Barbecue. And thank you to our co-sponsors, Glen Rose Coffee Company, Tacote, Glen Rose Family Chiropractic, Flint Canyon Meat Processing, and Glen Rose Cleaning. Coffee with Coach, game day mornings at 9:30 a.m.
Tacote at 503 Southwest Big Bend Trail in Glen Rose offers authentic breakfast and lunch favorites 6 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Enjoy their breakfast, burritos, breakfast plates, daily lunch specials, and menudo every day. Family owned, always fresh, and always delicious. They can also cater your next family celebration or office lunch by bringing the taste of Mexico to your table. Dine in at 503 Southwest Big Bend Trail. Call in your orders at 254-897-1278, or you can order on DoorDash. Go Tigers from Tacote in Glen Rose.
Bagged your buck?
Bring it to the pros at Flint Canyon Wild Game Processing in Glen Rose. We handle your harvest with care, clean cuts, custom orders, and unbeatable flavor. From jerky and sausage to specialty cuts, we do it all. Fast, clean, and local. Trusted by hunters across Somervell County and beyond. This season, don't settle. Trust Flint Canyon Wild Game Processing, where your game gets the respect it deserves. Good luck, Tigers. From Flint Canyon Wild Game Processing.
Is back pain slowing you down? At Glen Rose Family Chiropractic, we help you get back to living life. Whether it's back pain, neck pain, headaches, everyday aches and pains, or DOT physicals, Dr. Cullen creates a personalized care plan for the whole family. From kids to grandparents, we're here to keep your family moving naturally. Call Glen Rose Family Chiropractic today at 520-705-9801 to schedule your next appointment. Glen Rose Family Chiropractic, where healing begins and health lasts a lifetime.
Welcome back to Massey's Barbecue Coffee with Coach Rob Matthews and Coach Cliff Watkins here Thursday morning as we travel to Dunbar tonight to take on the Wildcats. A 6:30 pregame show, 7 o'clock kickoff from Hanley Field on the, I guess it'd be kind of the northeast side of Fort Worth. Cozy, intimate setting is what it will be tonight, a smaller stadium that we'll be playing the Dunbar Wildcats, 4-5 on the season. What can you tell us about the Wildcats?
You know, they've done some good things throughout the year, been kind of inconsistent. Last week, I expected that Hillsboro game to be a close game, and they go, I believe it was at Hillsboro, and win 53-14, and just absolutely dominated the game. You know, Hillsboro busted some coverages and gave up some big plays in the pass game and in the run game, and so they're definitely going to feel a lot better coming into this game after the way they played last week. You know, they're really big up front. I wouldn't say they move great, but they can move you if they get their hands on you. You know, they're I believe it's left tackle is probably 6'8", 6'9", 330. I mean, he's huge.
Wow.
You know, again, don't let him get his hands on you,
right?
Because he's going to move you. They got two good backs that can run. Quarterback is very athletic. You know, he's going to throw a lot of fade balls up, and we got to go make plays on the balls. We talked about that last week as well. But this guy's a runner. You know, the guy we saw last week, he was going to scramble to throw. If this guy gets out of the pocket to scramble, he's scrambling to run, and he can run. So we got to do a good job containing him and not letting him get outside of the pocket. And then defensively, they're going to mix it up. Their base is a 4-2, even front. They will get into an odd front and show some different looks. And just got to do a good job identifying their front up front with our guys. And then, like we talk about each week, taking care of the ball and just seeing what they want to take away and do a good job of taking what they're going to give us.
My bad last week. We ran out of time. I didn't have time to talk about the seniors, but it is their final regular season game. What's this senior class been through and kind of what they've accomplished, what they've got ahead of them? You
know, proud of the senior class because, you know, to start 0-5, that's tough. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to do that. So we talked a lot early on about having a young team and all these young guys. But this senior group is what has kept us together. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If we didn't have the senior leadership that we have, the 0-5 start could have spiraled out of control, and who knows where we'd be now. You know, so a lot of credit to those seniors and the job they've done of not only believing in the process and knowing where we were headed and what we could do, but also getting those younger guys to believe that. Because we can tell them all we want, but what really matters is what happens in that locker room. And these seniors have done a phenomenal job of showing up to work every day. You talk about a selfless team. These guys, they don't care who gets the credit. They want to go win, and they want to play well for each other. And they've done that all year long, and excited. I love to get to go compete with these guys each week.
I've been talking throughout the season about a fast start, and here, if you look back early in the season to now, up 40-0 and putting things together early in the game, and the line, Judd has time to work. Earlier, about third game of the season, I didn't know that we could block anybody What's happened there on
Third
the line
game
to
of the
shore
year,
that
I
up?
didn't know if we could do anything. And I'm sure there's plenty of people that thought the same thing.
What's changed since then?
I just
experience?
think – yes, and I just think that they just kept their head down and kept getting back to work. And knowing – because we talked all along, as bad as it was, there were still signs of – there was bright signs, and there was also progress. I think that was the biggest thing. I think if we wouldn't have saw any progress early, it would have been hard to keep believing and to think that we could be what we could be, And so it was the progress and being able to turn the film on each week and be disgusted because we didn't win and we didn't play the way we could. But there was also the progress that we could see that, hey, last week we couldn't do this and we fixed this. We still can't beat good teams by doing these things. We got to fix this, this, and this. And so they just continue to do that. And we have to continue to do that. I feel like we continue to get better every week, and nothing can change tonight. I think that's the biggest thing we've talked about all district. It doesn't matter who's on the other side. It's all about us and us playing our best when we have to. And we've talked all week about this being the last district game and how well we've been playing, but we got to play well tonight to carry that momentum into the playoffs. We can't go play a bad game and be sloppy and feel that way going into the playoffs. We've done a good job of building, but we got to continue to build tonight.
It might seem like there's not much to play for, but you already got the district championship sewn up. The playoff deal is already set. But this would be the 10th undefeated district championship, and that's something that doesn't happen often at all. So there's got to be something there, to play for at least.
And we've talked about that is these good job for this senior class. Yeah. They won another district title, but you just said it. This could be 10 years in a row of being undefeated district champs, and these guys don't want a blemish on their record.
Sure.
And so I feel like they've had a great week of preparation. We didn't. It's a short week because we play on Thursday. We didn't change anything. Our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was the same as it is every week. So everything's the same. We just took Thursday out. Now we're going to go play. And so I feel like they had a great week of preparation. They've stayed focused and really excited to get to go play again tonight.
Other games in the district: Hillsboro is at Godley, Benbrook is at Venus. Looks like the district is going to finish Glen Rose, Benbrook, Godley, Dunbar.
Yeah, I think that's how to finish up.
Thanks to our co-sponsors here at Massey's Barbecue Coffee with Coach, Glen Rose Coffee Company, Tacote, Glen Rose Cleaning Services, Flint Canyon Wild Game Processing, and Glen Rose Family Chiropractic. When we come back, we'll talk about the playoff picture and some other things that have been going on. Sub-varsity, did they play last night?
They did.
Okay, we'll talk about that. We come back and look ahead to the playoffs. This is Massey's Barbecue Coffee with Coach.
Massey's Barbecue welcomes you to come try their expanded menu 7 days a week at their brand new Glen Rose location, 1 mile from town on North Highway 144. At Massey's Barbecue, every bite is a taste of family tradition and love. From tender smoked ribs to savory pulled pork, our passion for grilling runs deep. Enjoy live music on weekends or let Massey's cater your next gathering. Come hungry, leave happy, because at Massey's, it's not just a meal, it's a celebration of flavor and family.
Friday night lights are calling Glen Rose, but first, fuel up at the Glen Rose Coffee Company.
Swing by before the big game for an iced turtle dove, game day frappuccino, or a Red Bull infusion.
Whether you're a student, a parent, or a Tigers fan, we've got you covered.
Download our app today and we'll have your drinks ready faster than a Tigers tackle.
Don't show up to the game empty-handed. We're right across the street from the high school.
Your first pit stop before kickoff.
At the Glen Rose Coffee Company.
Looking for a cleaner, fresher home? Call Glen Rose Cleaning Services. We specialize in carpet, rug, tile, and upholstery cleaning, plus air duct cleaning to keep your air fresh and your family healthy. From stained sofas to musty carpets, we make it like new again. Call us or text today at 254-396-9083 for a free estimate. Glen Rose Cleaning Services. Your dirt is our business. And as always, go Tigers!
Hello, Tiger fans. I'm Cliff Watkins, head football coach of your Glen Rose Tigers. Join us every game day morning at 9:30 a.m. for Coffee with Coach, hosted at Massey's Barbecue. And thank you to our co-sponsors, Glen Rose Coffee Company, Tacote, Glen Rose Family Chiropractic, Flint Canyon Meat Processing, and Glen Rose Cleaning. Coffee with Coach, game day mornings at 9:30 a.m.
Tacote at 503 Southwest Big Bend Trail in Glen Rose offers authentic breakfast and lunch favorites 6 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Enjoy their breakfast burritos, breakfast plates, daily lunch specials, and menudo every day. Family owned, always fresh, and always delicious. They can also cater your next family celebration or office lunch by bringing the taste of Mexico to your table. Dine in at 503 Southwest Big Bend Trail. Call in your orders at 254-897-1278, or you can order on DoorDash. Go Tigers from Tacote in Glen Rose.
Bagged your buck? Bring it to the pros at Flint Canyon Wild Game Processing in Glen Rose. We handle your harvest with care. Clean cuts, custom orders, and unbeatable flavor. From jerky and sausage to specialty cuts, we do it all. Fast, clean, and local. Trusted by hunters across Somervell County and beyond. This season, don't settle. Trust Flint Canyon Wild Game Processing, where your game gets the respect it deserves. Good luck, Tigers, from Flint Canyon Wild Game Processing.
Is back pain slowing you down? At Glen Rose Family Chiropractic, we help you get back to living life. Whether it's back pain, neck pain, headaches, everyday aches and pains, or DOT physicals, Dr. Cullen creates a personalized care plan for the whole family. From kids to grandparents, we're here to keep your family moving naturally. Call Glen Rose Family Chiropractic today at 520-705-9801 to schedule your next appointment. Glen Rose Family Chiropractic, where healing begins and health lasts a lifetime.
Welcome back to Massey's Barbecue Coffee with Coach Rob Matthews and Coach Watkins on a Thursday morning, 6:30 kickoff in a 6:30 pregame show, and a 7 o'clock kickoff on the Glen Rose Sports Network tonight from Hanley Field. Myself and Tommy Corcoran will have the broadcast for you. Hope you, if you can't make it, hope you join in and listen to Tommy get us in trouble. Some varsity games this past week, junior high, junior varsity.
Junior high was at home, finished up on Tuesday. Enjoyed getting to watch those guys play all year long, and saw them get better and improve. And so now, they're already in basketball. That's the life of junior high. You finish on one day, and the next day you're rolling in the next. So there's a bunch of them already in the gym playing basketball, which is good for those guys. That was on Tuesday night. Last night we hosted Tollers JV, played our white team, and they caught a pass in a mix of a bunch of people at about the 7-yard line, called timeout with 3 seconds left, and kicked a field goal and won the game 27-24.
Oh,
so
man.
It's a little heartbreaker to finish the year for the JV White. Those guys finished 6-3-1, had a good year. And then the JV Red finished the season 8-2, beat Dunbar 41-0 last night, and so good finish for those guys.
The playoff picture, a big game last week. We were following it or during our game, we had it on in our broadcast booth. Greenwood and Seminole, that finished a 10-3 ball game. It was 0-0 at halftime, so I even sent a text message out there to see what's going on, if that was really the score. But it finished 10-3, which will send Seminole to the bottom part of the bracket with us. That would be a second-round matchup, possibly.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on that? 10-3. That was. I don't think anybody had that.
I'd be interested to see that game. Of course, I haven't seen either one of those teams play. Just from looking at scores, I thought Greenwood might win. I thought Greenwood might win 35-31, 42-38. I did not expect a 10-3. Who knows? Two good teams. So obviously they played really good defense all night long. Who knows what happened? But two good teams, and that will send Greenwood on the other half of the bracket, and Seminole will come down to our side.
If you were a bookie and you put out over under 13.5, you would have made a bunch of money, because not one person would have taken the under in that game.
Not one. Not even anybody from those two towns.
No.
Because both of them thought they could score 2 touchdowns.
Well, I think the week before, Seminole scored 80-something.
88. Yeah.
So
when's the last time a team went from 88 to 3?
I don't know. No, it's hard to get to 88. Mineral Wells and Burke Burnett, that game is tomorrow night. That's going to determine.
Yeah, tomorrow night in Mineral Wells, the winner gets 4 seed, and that's who will play in the first round. Mm-hmm. And so we need to go play well tonight, and then get our eyes on that game tomorrow, and we'll play the winner of that game in by district.
So play the winner. Glen Rose plays the winner of Mineral Wells and Burke. It looks like Benbrook will play Graham. I know Graham and Mineral Wells. Graham and Eagle Mountain play tomorrow night.
For second.
Yeah. So
that's who you got in that game?
Probably Eagle Mountain.
That's a toss-up, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
It is in Graham, so I don't know. But Benbrook and Godley will play
those two.
Graham and Eagle
Yes.
Mountain. And then Dunbar,
Dunbar
congratulations. You
Yeah.
get the Brock Eagles.
Yeah.
So, keys to the game tonight to get out of there, Hanley Field with a win and roll into the playoffs.
Defensively, we can't give up the big play. You know, that was a big deal early on. Giving up points, most of our points were in big plays. You know, these guys, that's what they kind of thrive off of, is a big play. Whether it's a zone that you misfit and they take it for a big run, or if it's a quarterback scramble or just a fade ball, we've got to win the big plays. That's the key defensively. We've done a good job of creating turnovers. We've got to continue to do that. Offensively, we got to take what they're going to give us and take care of the ball. Last week we had one interception that, you know, was our first turnover in district, and so we got to get back to no turnovers tonight. You know, and Judd made a bad play on that. He did a lot of good things last Friday, but that play, he was going down, just try to throw it away, and throws it to a defensive lineman, and, you know, just learning experiences throughout the year, and that's what we talked about. You can't make a bad play worse. You know, that just go down. It's second down, it's third, whatever it is. We'll play the next down. Don't worry. Don't make a bad play worse. And so we got to take care of the ball tonight. We do that. We have a chance to be successful.
Okay, we'll be on the air at 6:30 with the First National Bank pregame show. Speaking of banks, are the banks open today?
I guess.
I guess they're. I don't see Blaine
or Kaysen.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe they're closed. Anyway, First National Bank pregame show at 6:30 and a 7 o'clock Glen Rose Pest Control kickoff on the Glen Rose Sports Network. Coach, good luck to you and the Tigers tonight.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll see you at the stadium tonight or on the air 6:30. Go Tigers.